Right now, a federal minimum wage increase from $7.25 to $15 an hour by 2025 is in the proposed pandemic relief package. It's been a controversial topic for years. Reporter Lindsay Amundsen spoke with local experts on how this could affect small businesses and what they can do to prepare.
In something like this, where you're trying to raise the standard of living for millions and millions of people, it gets juxtaposed against an increase in the cost of doing business, and something has to give.
He says it's increasing the standard of living versus having fewer jobs.
Quite honestly, there will be some businesses who will not be well prepared to handle it and will go out of business.
In 2019, a Congressional Budget Office report estimated this increase would put 1.3 million Americans out of work.
You have businesses that can't afford to pay that higher wage. It's going to mean fewer jobs for people.
He says the biggest impact will be felt by our small businesses. It will force many of them out of business, or they will have to increase their prices.
At some point, this wage increase will be passed on in large part to the consumer through the goods and services that small businesses are selling.
But on the flip side, raising the minimum wage will bring many Americans out of poverty, something Idaho native Dan Price, the CEO of Gravity Payments, advocates for after he increased all of his employees' pay to at least $70,000 a year.
When you raise the minimum wage, you reduce people's dependence on government and welfare because all of a sudden they don't need those things.
Something he says will also boost the economy because people can't spend money they don't have.
Creates that better economy with more consumers out there to support our local Idaho small businesses.
But perhaps the biggest impact he noticed after paying his employees more was their morale and happiness rose, increasing their work production. But he also says we can't just leave our small businesses to fend for themselves.
What we really need to do is lift up and protect our small businesses. So we need our governor, we need everybody in Idaho to prioritize providing the small businesses the support they need so that they can afford to pay a better wage.
And although the proposal, if passed, won't go into effect for a few years, Miller says now is a good time for small businesses to start looking at their budgets and strategies.
To really get to know their numbers, understand their profit margins, and out of times like this comes innovation. Maybe technological, it may be ways to figure out how to get your workforce to work more efficiently.
Lindsay Amundsen, Idaho News 6.